Have you ever tried to explain something to someone only to be met with a blank stare? Or maybe you've been on the receiving end, listening to an instructor or hearing a pitch from a vendor, only to have no idea what they're talking about. Well, it can happen to even the best communicators, especially those of us who work in fields in which ideas are somewhat complex. Science, engineering, technology, public policy, just to name a few. One of the ways to improve your ability to be a better communicator of complex ideas is to have a number of choices at the ready and be able to quickly make decisions on your feet, even when you're sitting down, as to which options to try. This notion of making choices in the moment is a fundamental of improvisational acting. One of the frequent exercises in improv classes is called New Choice. In the exercise, a scene is being improvised by a group, and a performer might say a line like, "I'm going to the kitchen for some milk," as they make a move to an invisible refrigerator on stage. Then the workshop leader, or even an audience member in some cases, might shout, "New choice!" And the performer will sort of rewind and make a choice to say and do something other than head to the kitchen for milk. Often a person new to improv might alter the choice only slightly, substituting juice, for instance, instead of the word milk. But a good improv leader might challenge them to make a more dramatic choice. The performer then might decide to head to a completely different room to do something completely different, or even stay right where they were. As you can imagine, these kinds of choices will take the scene in a completely different direction sometimes. "I'm going to the garage to get an axe." Now, as a scientist, an engineer, a technology professional, or someone with some other sort of expertise, you likely know a lot about your subject, much more probably than those with whom you are talking. So in the course of a conversation, you will have many, many different choices to make about how you present your ideas or your solutions. As an example, a few years ago, my colleague, Ed Morrison, was talking with a group about the ways in which our economy was transitioning. He explained it like this, as a shift from a manufacturing-based economy to a knowledge-based economy, and that language didn't really seem to resonate. He recalls looking out, in this case, to a room full of mostly people who were 50 plus years old, and he added this: "It's a shift between your grandparents' economy to your grandchildren's economy. That did it." Light bulbs went off over the heads of the audience members. So whether your work is at the macroeconomic level like Ed's, or you're looking at molecular level types of phenomena, or somewhere in between, pre-thinking about some of these kinds of language choices before you get in the room, and then being able to come up with new ones right there in the moment might help make the difference between connecting with your audience, recruiting new collaborators, or even closing the sale. This is one of the key skill areas we teach in our new workshop at the Purdue Agile Strategy Lab. We call this workshop Complexity, Communicating Complex Ideas. We conduct Complexity several times each year on campus here at Purdue, and we can also offer customized workshops for your organization. If you are interested in learning more about how to further develop your skills in communicating your ideas, we hope you'll reach out to connect with us. Hope to see you soon.